evening, everyone, and welcome to Roy's Tie-Dye Sci-Fi Corner. This is episode number 295, and with me tonight is a very special guest. She's a child actress, and she is Miss Mimi Gibson. Mimi, welcome.
I can't hear you, Roy.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Hold on one moment, Mimi. Bear with me 1 second. It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. So give me 1 second. Okay, folks, as you all know, we have technical issues on this show, so we're going to get through them and we're going to fix it. So just stand by. Mimi, can you hear me now? No? Oh, she can't hear me. All right, Mimi, hang on one moment. Let's see if we can correct this issue. Hold on one moment. I'm going to try to see if we can rectify this. Folks, please bear with me. We are having issues here. Okay, let me see if this works. Mimi, I'm sorry. I'm trying to correct the issue. I don't know. I'm going to bring you out, and then maybe if you can come back in. Let's see. Try that. How about now, Mimi? Can you hear me now? No? All right. Yeah, yeah. All right, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Stand by, folks. We are having technical difficulties, unfortunately, and we will work through these. Just bear with me. Back out. Okay, I just texted you. Let's see. She can't. All right, Mimi, I'm going to push you out, and then we'll see if this works. Okay, from studio. Let's try this. Oh. I'll try to do that. Okay, folks, stand by. We're going to try to work this through.
Okay.
Oh, can you hear me?
All right.
Okay. Okay. All righty, folks. Mimi's going to try to leave, and then she's going to try to come back. So while that's going on, I'm going to say hi to everybody and kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. And let's see. All righty. She's trying to log back on. I'm going to quote Star Wars here, folks. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Yep. I'm going to start quoting Star Trek as we try to realign the pattern buffer. All righty. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for Mimi, I want to say hi to the folks that are joining us out there. I see Edwin is out there. Edwin, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. And I see Shari's out there. Hi, hon. She said she can hear both of us. And let me see who else we have out there. Everyone is saying realign the deflector. Oh, okay.
Yippee.
Hey, Mimi, can you hear me?
Hey, Roy.
Hey. You made it. Awesome.
Hey.
Hey, you know what, Mimi? That means this is going to be an awesome show.
Well, it'll have lots of laughs.
There we go. It's okay. I've had so many technical issues, and you know what? We always get through them. So it's wonderful to have you on, and thank you for joining us as we talk about the Golden Age Hollywood show. So I'm very excited about our discussion. I just want to welcome the viewers that are joining us and just let you know that they're all saying hi. Edwin is out there, Edwin Thrower.
Hi, Eddie.
My wife Sherry's out there and she's saying hello.
Hello, Jerry.
And Martin is joining us from New York.
Hello, Martin.
May is joining us from Canada.
Ooh, hello, May. How you doing up there, May? I should do a Canadian accent, but I'm not good at it. Don't you know?
Francine is joining us from Connecticut.
Oh, hi, Francine.
And Jeff Rubel is also joining us from Utah.
Oh, hi, Jeff. You're close to me.
And Lou is joining us from Rhode Island.
Oh, wonderful, Lou.
And also, the Golden Age Hollywood Show is joining us, saying hello, Mimi. I'm assuming that might be
Hello.
is that Stephanie?
Probably Stephanie. Stephanie, stop it.
He's joining. Hi, Steph. And Rachel is also joining Edwin as well, and she's saying hello too, just so you know.
Hi, Rachel.
And Bill is joining us, and he's joining us from New York.
Hi, Bill.
And I think I caught up. Yes, and that is Stephanie. Yep. Thanks for joining us, Stephanie. Appreciate you being out there. And thanks for your help too with everything to coordinate with for the show for today. I really appreciate it. So,
If it wasn't for Stephanie, I'd be dead. Stephanie is my right hand, just my best friend.
Aw, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for being here. I just saw you a few weeks ago because we were celebrating David Frankham's 100th birthday, and you popped on to say hello as a surprise to him, which was wonderful. And
love him.
Yeah, he is
what a
such
great
nice
guy.
He really is.
Yeah.
Really, really wonderful. So yeah, I just want to, I guess we should just dive right in, Mimi, in regards to the show. So this is a very special show. Now you were telling me this is your first time producing this show and arranging to have this take place. This is going to be in Las Vegas in the end of March. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's the 27th and the 28th at the Gold Coast Casino and Hotel. And it's all of us that were kids during the golden age of television. And, you know, the adults were trying to figure it out, and we were trying to figure it out too. And these are all kids that were successful and had careers and worked very, very hard. And I thought it was about time somebody celebrated their hard work, because it was hard work. And we not only had to work, memorize lines, but we had to go to school at the same time. So we were busy. I call us worker bees.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and as we know, those days of being in school, and especially at such a young age too, and having that responsibility, but then also having the responsibility of being essentially a working actor is a tremendous responsibility.
Well, it is. And you're not allowed to screw up. You're not allowed to be a kid. You have to be a professional like everybody else. You have to know your spot, and you have to know your lines, and you can't screw up. You have to just do it like the adults. So I'm very proud of all of us. Do you want to know who's coming?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I ran an ad in the Vegas Voice, and it's a local magazine, but it's also all the way across the United States. And I've got Patrick Wayne, I've got Gigi Perot, I've got Cubby O'Brien, who was a Mouseketeer. I've got Sharon Baird, who was just the greatest dancing Mouseketeer you ever saw. I've got Cynthia Pepper. I've got Scott Morrow. I've got just absolutely all these wonderful people. I've got Cheryl Calloway. A lot of these people don't do shows. And so it was, I've got a girl that her name is Patty Brady, and we were in my first movie together. And she was an established actress, established kid actress then. She was, I think, 11 years older. So she was probably about 13 when we were working together. I don't remember her. I was 2.5.
Wow.
So I can't wait to see her. I haven't seen her since that movie. And, I've got Beverly Washburn and I've got Joycelyn Liu. She was the princess in The King and I. I've
Wow.
got I've got all these Pamela Baird. I've got just wonderful, wonderful. I've got Mary Badham from To Kill a Mockingbird. I, if I've forgotten anybody, don't kill me, everyone. But Paul Peterson, who was my brother in Houseboat, and he's the one who got us in back into the union to change the Coogan law.
Right.
So, Paul is a wonderful child advocate, and he made me one too. And we succeeded in passing the new Coogan law in the year 2000. And now the kids' money is saved 15% in a locked account. It wasn't true when I was working because we were all independent contractors. And so the law didn't apply to us because it said any child actor under contract. It was the under contract that screwed us up. So we changed that. We got that passed. We also got a school bill passed for kids. So for me, that's the most the thing I'm most proud of in my life is how we passed that. And if it wasn't for Paul, this wouldn't have happened. And Johnny Whitaker, he's coming to the show, and and Stanley Livingston, just so many people. I'm just thrilled to have them. Beverly Luff, she was in, Margaret O'Brien is coming, and
Wow.
Gigi Peru. I tell you, it's just wonderful. All these wonderful people. I'm so excited. Oh, and Jerry Weil from Leave It to Beaver. I don't know if you remember who she was, but she was Judy, I think Tefler, and she was Beaver's nemesis. And she's just great. She's just terrific. So all these terrific people are coming. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And that's what's going on. So it's a VIP night where you get to have drinks and hors d'oeuvres with us Friday night and talk to all of us. There'll be entertainment, and kids will be singing and dancing from the local theater arts schools. And it's our way of putting our hand out to the kids coming up. So they're going to be doing singing, and they're going to be trying to mimic Sharon Baird's dancing. Good luck to them. I haven't ever seen anybody that could dance like Sharon. So it's going to be fun. And then on Saturday is when we all get together and they come and buy autographs and photos of us and books. I've got a book. My book, Working Kid. Hello.
Very cool.
And then I'll be selling that. And so it's going to be great. Going to be great.
No,
Let's see. I better go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's a wonderful lineup of individuals of talent. and especially from, from those special years too. I mean, I tend to favor the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I mean, that's my realm. I'm not to say that I don't enjoy movies and television shows past then, but for me personally, I have a special soft spot for that time. And to your point, I mean, in regards to everything, laws, I mean, and just the way things were handled were so different then. And
Yeah.
you mentioned Jackie Coogan, and and for the folks out there that don't know, I mean, Jackie Coogan with the Coogan Law and everything, I mean, he pretty much he was a working child actor, and he was very, very involved and sadly, I mean, he pretty much lost, if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me, Mimi, because I'm not up on everything, but
Oh no.
he lost essentially almost everything because of the way things were set up for him financially, and he wasn't protected. And
Oh, his
it's
parents spent his money like water.
yeah,
And by the time he grew up, and he played Uncle Fester in the
yeah,
Addams Family.
that's how I knew him. Yeah,
He was great. But when he was a little boy, he was beautiful. He was just beautiful. He did all these movies,
yeah,
all this work. And his parents just spent it as fast as he could make it. And it was shocking to the heads of the studios that this happened. And so that's why the Coogan Law came about. And during those days, it wasn't that they did this on purpose, but
right,
during those days, everybody was under contract. So, saying under contract was because everybody was.
right,
And then when we came along, it was all independent contractors. And it was television, which was a new realm. And all these new things were going on, and people were just trying to figure it out. And, there's no blame on anybody. It's just that things didn't get changed as soon as they should have, I
right,
believe. But we hung in there. It took us, we were on the Young Performers Committee for 10 years, and it took us 8 years to get that law passed. Eight
wow,
years. And very important stars said, oh, why should we do anything? Kids are just brats anyway. Well, excuse me, we weren't brats, and I don't think the kids that work now are brats. You have
right,
to do the job.
yeah,
And so if you're a brat, you're going to end up on the outs. And
right,
so we hung in there. They couldn't get rid of us. And it was wonderful when it passed. I got to speak to the California state legislature. And of course, everything happens in California because all the contracts are California law. And so that's what they go by in the business.
I see. I just wanted to let you know, Patrick Slattery is out there, and he's saying hello.
Hey, Patrick. Patrick is one of my neighbors out here in
Ah,
Las Vegas. Hi, Patrick. I'm going to call you tomorrow.
and Edwin said your book is superb, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
And then he also commented, Patrick Wayne, son of John Wayne. I believe he was the lead in Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. First movie I saw at the cinema.
Ah, that's great. That was a fun movie. That was fun. He was a good actor, and he still is a good actor. He's a good guy. He's very funny.
So now you were telling me that this is your first time. I mean, you've been doing many events and over the years, but really this is the first time you've organized this type of an event and brought everybody together. So it's going to be very, very special.
I think so too. And I can't wait to see people I haven't seen in like 50 years. Oh, did I say Roberta Shore is coming? Roberta Shore, she was on the Virginian. She's
Oh,
coming too.
wow.
And yeah, and just gosh, I've got so many people that are just great. If if I had my glasses, I'd see better.
Well, I
Who's
did have a
here?
list that I did have the list that you had, and you've mentioned a lot of these names, but just to go through it,
Oh, Keith Thibodeau. Keith Thibodeau's coming. He was little Ricky in I Love Lucy. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I've never met him in person. He is so nice. And he was everybody's little boy. You
yeah,
know, on that show, we were so excited. It was the first time anybody'd been pregnant on a show. It
yeah,
was so exciting. And you know, when he played the conga drums with his dad on the show, it was just wonderful. Everybody loved him so very much. Oh, I've got poor Lauren Chapin. She was going to come and she unfortunately passed. She had cancer. I'm so sorry, but her brother is coming, and I'll be glad to see him. He's a great guy, just terrific. Who else is coming? I have to wait. Oh, um, uh, Greg Moffat. He was on Superman in the beginning of Superman. I mean, it's amazing all the kids that are coming. I'm so happy.
I know. I honestly, I wish I could be able to come out to see that show, because I just a lot of these individuals that you're mentioning, I'm just recalling and everything, and when you're mentioning Keith in regards to playing Little Ricky, I mean, I used to love when I was a little kid. I would love to watch I Love Lucy. I mean, that was one of my favorite shows,
Yeah,
and
mine too.
it
Yeah,
was just so much. It was just so much fun to watch.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Shari's
You
even
know,
saying.
there aren't shows on what?
I was just saying, Shari was saying, sounds like a great lineup, and she said, "I wish we could go, Roy." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful lineup that you have, Mimi."
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm so excited. And everybody is happy to come and is excited too. And so let me look one more time. I don't want to miss anybody.
sure.
Um, and if I do miss somebody, I'm so sorry. Um, I think I got her. I'm just gonna peruse for 1 second here.
Okay.
I think I think it's everyone.
Well,
I
like I was
said
saying,
Gigi Peru, didn't I?
you
She's
did.
a doll.
And also on the list
Okay.
too. In fact, I'll
That's
share it so you can see it. Uh, Scott Morrow, Donnie Dunnigan,
yeah.
Chubby O'Brien.
Donnie's not coming. Donnie is not coming. He's got to have surgery, and I'm so
Oh, I'm sorry.
sorry. And missing him.
Nadine Ashdown.
Nadine. The exciting thing is she and Cheryl Calloway did Bridges of Tokori together like 60 years ago, maybe
Wow.
longer. And they haven't seen each other since they did that movie. It was with Grace Kelly and William Holden.
Wow.
And this is great. They're going to see each other after all these years. I love it. That's so exciting.
What an exciting reunion that'll be. That is so awesome.
Yeah, we're all going to be crying, or at least
And
I will.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sentimental tears that are going to be going by. I want to say too that
Yeah,
in regards to some of these folks, I mean, of course, Roy's Tie-Dye Sci-Fi Corner. You mentioned Beverly Washburn. There is the Star Trek, and one of the Star Trek connections, folks, because Beverly Washburn, for the folks out there, remember she was in the episode "The Deadly Years" of Star Trek back in 1967.
yep.
So Beverly's going to be
She
there, and
ages before your she ages before
yeah,
your eyes.
she is so nice. I had the opportunity to meet her up at the Star Trek Original Series set tour back in 2016, and she was at the first Trek Condoroga event, and she was just so very nice, very very nice person.
She's just lovely. She's such a good friend. She's coming over tomorrow morning.
Tell her I said hi.
I will.
And then also Marta Kristen, another sci-fi connection from Lost in Space is also is going
Yep.
to be there. And Marta is
Yep.
also a very, very nice person. In fact, she was going to come on the show
Lovely.
too. Yeah, I've met her a couple times. In fact, the last time I saw her, she was at an event in Pennsylvania last October, and then I saw her the September before at an event in New Jersey, and that's when I talked to her about coming on the show. But then some things happened with family and stuff so I wasn't able to unfortunately have her on. But I definitely want to have her on in the future. Gary Boyer's joining, a friend.
Yeah.
He's up the road from me. And hey, Gary, thanks for joining. And he said hi. And he said Cubby O'Brien was one of the first Musketeers with the net Funicello.
Yep. Yep. And Sharon too. Sharon was one of the first. And there's only, I think, uh, 5 of them left, and that's
Oh,
it.
I have a picture
Yeah,
of
not
Sharon from
many.
that. And now some of these images, actually the images that I'm sharing, folks, are on the website. And I will give you the website address so you can check it out also. But yeah, the information about Sharon was she was an American actress, singer, dancer, voice artist, and puppeteer. And she first appeared on the Colgate Comedy Hour. Wow.
Yeah, with Jerry Colonna, I think it was. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
She danced with Dean Martin in a movie. Can't remember the movie's name.
Uh,
She did things adults can't do. I swear she was such a good dancer. Oh my gosh.
wow. And I want to share a picture of you. Now, speaking of, talking about careers, Mimi, you were a busy working actor. And you were
I
saying,
was.
you were in the business for what, about 17 years, from 1951 to 1968, if I'm not mistaken?
Uh yeah, about 20 years. Yeah.
Wow. So I want to,
Yeah. The last thing I did was on My Three Sons.
and here's a photo from you. And now this is from the Ten Commandments, right?
It sure is.
Wow.
That
Wow.
was an interesting show because uh, it took up the whole studio. Nobody else was shooting when we were shooting. They took up all of the sound stages because they not only had actors, they had animals. They had
Mm,
animals everywhere. They had lions and tigers, and they had camels and donkeys and horses. You name it, they had it. And Bobby Clark, who played my brother, he and I roamed around and looked at everything, and all the trainers yelled at us to get lost, but we still ran around and looked at everything anyway. We just really had the best time. And Cecil B. DeMille was, I'm going to tell a story that all my friends have heard before. Sorry, guys, but it was something that I'll never forget. I was known by Cecil B. DeMille. He liked me, and so we were doing the green screen where Moses parts the Red Sea, and we all were down below, and there were probably close to 100 of us. There were a lot, but he had given me some business to do. I don't remember what it was that I was supposed to do in this scene, and I did it. And everybody had always said, "Don't make him mad, or he'll yell at you in front of the cast and crew and make you cry." And I thought, oh no, okay. And I was like 6.
mm,
And And so I did my bit, and at the end he said, "Cut, print," and then he said, "Mimi Gibson," and he was above, he was above us with the
Yeah.
cameraman and the camera. And I thought, "Oh God, no! What did I do?" And he said, "Good job." And it was
Aw,
like, oh, it was. I was so proud. I was
aw.
so proud. It was wonderful.
You talk about a
So
compliment,
that
Mimi.
was,
What a wonderful compliment
yeah,
coming from Cecil B. DeMille.
it
Edwin, don't even say it.
was. Yeah.
Edwin's gonna bust my chops because I'm gonna watch your name. I'm waiting for him on the keyboard right now.
Oh, it's so
Cecil.
funny.
Oh boy, that is so awesome. Now I have somebody out there. They're and I don't know who this person is, but thank you for joining. They're under the name on YouTube at the written works of. Oh, it's Dale. Hey, Dale. I didn't realize that was you. Dale just said, "Wow, what a memory to have." So thanks for joining, Dale, and he's paying you a
Thanks,
compliment.
Dale.
That's awesome. What a wonderful story. That is something you will never, ever, ever forget, Mimi. Oh my God, how wonderful.
I'll never forget it. I'll never, especially since it was in such a large, venue where we were all down there and there was so many of us. And I would
Right.
have never thought that he would do anything like that. Never.
Yeah.
And I had done scenes uh, before with him. The grandfather and Bobby and I were considered to be everyman. And so they followed us around and we would point out things so that we kind of were all that we represented the people that were leaving Egypt. And it was great to have that part.
No, that's wonderful. Lou just commented. He said it sounds like Mimi and Cecil had a good camaraderie. That's my word on the show. Camaraderie.
Well, he was a
And
funny guy. He was sweet. He was sweet to me. So good.
that's all that
Yippee.
matters. That gets two thumbs up. Dale said was asking, were you the girl looking for your doll in Ten Commandments?
No, I was the little girl who said, "Look, grandfather, Nubians." And we were looking at these people that were going past us on our trip out into the desert. And when Moses went up Mount Sinai, Bobby got the golden idol, and because everybody was going back to worshiping idols again because
Mm,
Moses was gone. And grandfather said to cast it aside or something like that. And so that was us. We were kind of here, there, and everywhere at that time.
right. No, thanks for sharing that. Shari just said, love your laugh. Love that story.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm thinking about it. If I'm not mistaken, Ten Commandments is actually celebrating an anniversary this year. It's going to be this. I think it's going to be the 70th anniversary for the Ten Commandments, if I'm not mistaken, because that was
Wow.
1956. It was released, I think.
Yeah, but we've shot it like it took, I think, a long time to edit. So
Yeah.
when I was doing it, probably about six.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe the year before.
and that was Cecil B. DeMille's last film, and I also worked on William Wyler's last film, The Children's Hour. So I managed to put the curse on the directors.
Uh, Gail said, "Oh yes, I remember an idol for idol worshippers."
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. But
Uh,
now you actually, and I'm kind of just backing up a little bit. So we're actually going forward a little bit. You actually had worked on one of my favorite anthology shows, and it was right around the same time. It was kind of running parallel to the Twilight Zone, which was One Step Beyond. So I
yeah,
thought
I love
that
that show.
that was an excellent episode, and I love that
Yeah,
connection too. Yeah.
it's still, I don't know it. Hold on a second. I've got a puppy in my lap.
Aw,
Um, uh,
lucky.
yeah, lucky. Named for my character in 101 Dalmatians. Um, uh, the One Step Beyond was interesting because the three dolls that represented Jennifer, Rose, and Mary were my dolls. They asked me to bring in three dolls that were alike.
Oh,
And so those were my dolls. But the story, I don't know. It hits me emotionally, um, because I'm not going to talk about the story because you should watch it because it's a good story, and
yeah.
but it 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 doesn't make me scared. It's a tender story. It ends up being tender, and I feel that when I talk about it. And I enjoyed working with all the people in it, and it was something that I really love doing.
No, that's very nice to hear. And in regards to the story, it was a very touching story. And if you haven't, I would encourage the folks out there to definitely check it out. And again, it's called The Dead Part of the House, and it is One
Yep.
Step Beyond. And one
Yep.
question I will ask you, and I know you referenced too about the people that you worked with, and that was Philip Abbott was playing your father, and then also
Yep.
Joanne Linville, also another
Yep.
Star Trek connection. She went on to be the Romulan commander in the 1968 third season episode of the Enterprise incident, which she was known for. She was also in the episode as well too, and you had the opportunity to work with her, which was pretty cool.
She, she was gorgeous. She was
Mm.
just she was very elegant.
Mm.
I I looked at her and I thought, "Ooh, I hope I grow up and look like her." Yeah, forget it.
Aw, Mimi. No, she really
I'm
was.
from farmers on both sides, and I ended up being a farmer. I had a goat farm for 25 years, so
Oh,
there you are. You
wow.
can't take the farm out of the kid.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I do want to ask you though, how was it working now with John Newland? He actually, there's a Star Trek connection with him for the folks out there that are Star Trek fans. He actually directed the Star Trek first season episode Errand of Mercy, which was the introduction to the Klingons, and that was with actor John Colicos, who was Canadian, by the way. How was do you have recollections of working with John
Yes,
Newland?
he was very nice. He was very businesslike. He was
Mm,
very British. He was,
yeah,
he was fine. Everybody was fine. We all did our job, and that's most shoots were like that. Everybody
sure,
was fine. Some people liked you a lot, and some people didn't like you at all. But you just kind of rolled with the punches. It didn't matter as long as they weren't horribly mean to you.
right,
It was fine. And really, what I like about acting is that there is a camaraderie. We're all there to work. We're
right,
all there. There's no prejudice against anybody. were all there just to do yes, thank you, Lucky. We're
Oh,
all there to just do a job. He's
yeah.
mommy's boy.
Oh, he's adorable. Um, Gail, Gail just
Yeah.
Gail just said, "I've never seen any of One Step Beyond. I need to explore that series." Yeah, definitely check it out, Dale. I think
It
you'll
was
enjoy it.
good. It was good. Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many of
And
them
I
that I
did an
really.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Well, I
Yeah.
know, and I was
And
gonna ask.
I didn't have a big part with, yeah, with Bobby Clark again. Bobby Clark and I worked together so much. It was really funny. And if you talk to other kid actors, they'll have the same experience with their own other person. We kind of get paired up and you end up seeing them. Also, I worked with Charlie Herbert a lot.
Mm.
And working with this, you get to know them pretty well and it's fun. You see them and it's like old home week. Yippee. So yeah, what were you asking me? I started meandering. Oh, let's see. It's Alfred Hitchcock, and it's not a creepy, scary one because it's a Christmas one, and it's a
Okay.
Christmas story. And Barry Fitzgerald was very sweet and old as the hills, and it's a good one. It's the 10th Avenue Kid. I always
Okay.
get the avenues mixed up. But I think it's the 10th Avenue Kid, and it's charming. It's mostly Bobby's show, and he was good. Unfortunately, Bobby has now gone on to a better whatever. But and but it was a okay. You can get down now. It was good.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that he's passed, but no, that's wonderful though that you
Yeah,
had.
me too.
Now, how was it? And Alfred
Yeah,
Hitchcock was I'm just trying to imagine how that would have been to have worked with him. I guess it's kind of he ties in the same way you were describing
I
everyone else.
didn't. He didn't direct that one. Oh,
Oh,
rats.
okay. Oh
Isn't
wow.
that so disappointing. No, he didn't do it. It probably wasn't creepy enough for him. So
Gotcha.
he didn't do it. It was an Alfred Hitchcock Presents, but he wasn't the director. And I'm sorry that I, missed him. I would have liked to have met him.
Yeah. Graham just joined us and he's saying hello and good evening to everybody.
Well,
And he said a child actor that comes to mind for him that immediately came to mind was Kurt Russell, and just
oh,
referencing him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he's still acting now, so good for him.
yeah,
Veronica Cartwright still acting, and a lot of people are still acting. Beverly still does things every once in a while. She was just in the sequel to Spider Baby. She had about 90 seconds, but hey, it's still work. And
yep,
so, we all just do whatever we do because she was one of the leads in Spider Baby, the first one, which is if you ever see it, it's hilarious and creepy all at the same time. It's sort of like my monster that challenged the world. It used to be scary, but now it's funny. So there you are.
no. And when I think of Beverly, I think of Old Yeller. That's one of the films that immediately comes to mind too. When she was in
Yeah, it
that.
was just shown. Yeah, we went to Old Town Music Hall, which is in El Segundo. If you ever get a chance to go there, folks, it is 19. It was built in 1921,
Mm,
and it is completely redone. It's run by wonderful people who are keeping it gorgeous and lovely, and they have old movies every weekend, and they ask all of us to come in and talk about our movies. So Beverly and I came, and not last weekend but the weekend before last, and I was just sitting there not sobbing at Old Yeller because I've grown up since the last time I saw it. But it was very fun, and a historian, um, a film historian, interviewed her, and it was really interesting and lovely. Yeah.
I love that movie. I have not
So,
seen that movie in years, but that movie always make tears me up just because of what transpires.
oh yeah.
I can't.
Oh,
I'm a sap.
me too. Me too. But I seem to man up this time. Little bit teary, but not the sobbing.
Yeah. Aw, that's such a great film. And it's so funny too,
Yeah.
I don't in rec, it's funny in talking to her, everything was really I was, talking a lot about Star Trek and everything, and not about her other, works. And Old Yeller would have been like, really at the time, that would have been the one that would have really came to my mind immediately. And I
Yeah.
didn't get the
It
chance.
was a great movie, and there were only 7 characters in it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I like
um,
I like the guy who played her dad. Wasn't he an awful character? Oh my gosh.
oh yeah.
Yikes.
And Chuck Connors was in that movie too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I
And he
forgot.
usually played at that time, he was like in the big country and he was a jerk. And he was usually a jerk before he got the rifleman.
Rifleman. Yeah, I love that show
And
too.
I thought, oh no, he's going to be a jerk in this one. But he was ended up being a good guy, which was a relief.
Yeah.
But he was good. I liked his acting. He was a good actor.
Yeah, he was. Let me just see here. And before you had mentioned Mary Badham, and I'm just going to put up a slide real quick. And you were in that she was in To Kill a Mockingbird, as you were saying, and that she's going to be there.
She was wonderful, just wonderful. And the movie was, I loved the movie because it really followed the book. It's my favorite book. I love that book. And as you can see by the books behind me, I'm a reader.
Yeah.
I'm reading an Icelandic crime novel right now. I'm Scandinavian, and so I end up with Swedish noir books or Icelandic books. I'm also, Danish, and I'm all these Scandinavian countries. so, um, that's what I read. But this book, for an American book, is represents us very well.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm actually 50% Swedish. My dad's parents, my grandparents were born in Sweden, and then my mom's side, my mom's parents, my great grandparents were born in Italy. So I'm
I could.
50-50.
Oh, you're northern and southern.
Yep.
Good for you. Yeah, I knew you were Swedish the minute I saw Belquist. I go to
Yeah.
Sweden about every couple years, so yeah, I know the last names.
Yeah, the J was probably the giveaway.
Yeah.
If I had a dollar for every time I had to pronounce my name or spell it, I'd be independently wealthy now.
I bet. I bet. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I ended up Gibson, so there you are.
uh, Dale just
And
commented. I guess.
that's oh, what? Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. Dale commented and said he wasn't such a good guy in Roots. He played a dreadful character in that. I think he was referring to Chuck Connors.
Well, he did a good job playing a terrible person is sometimes more fun than playing the good
Yeah,
guy. So there you are. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Um, and then Edwin said Mary was in the last episode of The Twilight Zone. Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And Dale agreed and said
Yeah.
yes.
Si,
About
si, signor.
Now, also another person that I think you'd mentioned that's going to be there, Greg Muffet. Hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Greg Muffet,
Yeah, Moffat. Yeah,
and he was in the Adventures of Superman back in the day, amongst
yeah,
other things.
yeah.
Leave It to
Yep, he
Beaver.
was a little kid.
Wow.
Yeah, we all did Leave It to Beaver. I think my Leave It to Beaver was the best, I have to say,
I,
because I was a real stinker.
I'm gonna have to go
I
back and
played
check
a
that out.
stalker before. Oh, it's called Brother versus Brother. Beaver takes me home, and we're playing Monopoly, and Wally walks in, and my eyes are only for Wally, and Beaver can get lost. I was a terrible person. It was fun.
It was fun. Oh, oh boy. Let's see. Randy said, Roy, did I hear correctly that you're Swedish? That's awkward. Well, I'm 99% Norwegian. I'm afraid that this means we can no longer be friends. What?
No, that's not true. Yeah, we all want to be friends. We're all
Exactly.
from Nordic countries where we were so isolated forever, and now we have I say I have dear friends there, and when I went there in the 60s, I never saw anybody laugh. I never saw anybody smile. I never saw anybody pick up a baby and kiss the baby. And
Oh,
I
wow.
thought, what the heck is wrong with these people? And so I just never wanted to go back there. And we met some Swedes, my husband and I, we became friends with them, and so they've traveled here. I travel there often. I love it there. And they laugh and they smile, and I said, what happened? And they said satellite TV. And I said, what? And they said it brought us the world, and
Wow.
now we're not so alone. And it brings tears to my eyes,
Yeah.
really, to be so isolated. And now they're, living in Scandinavia is one of the best places to live in the world. And they're all
Mhm.
happy, and it's lovely.
It's interesting that you're saying that because with my grandparents, honestly, with my the last time I saw my dad's mom, my grandmother, my nana, was in 1978. That was the last time I saw her. She passed away in 1983, and I remember when that phone call came. But I mean, she was loving. I know she loved me and she was loving, but she was very serious. And my grandfather, my papa, my dad's dad, who passed away in 93, I remember him being very, very serious. And then there's my mom's
They were
parents.
dour,
Yeah, yeah. No, you're
dour.
you're absolutely right. And then the Italian part, like my mom's parents, very touchy-feely, very and you know, I love my parents dearly and to death. And it's just that, my dad's a little bit more serious. My mom is like, I take more after my mom. I mean, in that sense, I'm just
Yeah.
it's just how it is. And I sometimes I say I wish I was more like my dad because sometimes I feel like I'm too sensitive. But it's just that it's interesting having this conversation with you, Mimi. And then Randy commented about that, and then you're talking about your people that you knew and everything, and it's very interesting. And it looks like it sparked a conversation here too, because some folks are saying
Uh-oh.
commenting. Randy said Scandinavians are very private. Francine said she's a quarter Finnish. So thanks for sharing.
I'm a Swede fan. I'm a Swede fan. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going not this year. I'm going to Scotland because I'm Scottish on my dad's side.
Oh,
But
cool.
uh the year after, I'm gonna go find the family farm in Finland. Yeah. But we're Swedes that lived in Finland, but it's like Swedes had occupied Finland for 700 years. So it's kind of hard to pull out the Swede and the Finn, especially people that live on the edge, like my people did.
Right.
And so it's fascinating. And I also want to go to Stockholm. I've been to Stockholm, but I didn't know they had the largest book in the world. It's
Really?
7 feet tall, and it took 160 sheep to make all the pages.
Oh my goodness.
And it was inscribed by one man. They've had studies of it, and it's in the library in Stockholm. And I'm going to go see that if it's the last thing I do.
That is so cool. Oh my goodness.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never heard that. I'm gonna look into that. That is, and in fact, I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to my dad about that. Thank you for sharing that. Wow.
And
See, we learn a lot on this show, not just sci-fi, folks. uh, Dennis Chevalier is joining us. He's joining us from Canada. Hey, Dennis, great to see you out there. He said, "Hi, everyone. Sorry late again. Been a busy weekend. No worries, Dennis. And thanks for joining Mimi and myself. Great to see you out there."
hi, Dennis.
Let me see here. Randy said, "I learned Norwegian in high school." Seriously. No, that's very cool. I believe you.
Really? Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And Dennis just said, "Hi, Mimi." And Shari just said to me, she said, "I like your sensitive side with the heart." Aw. thank, thank you, hon. So yeah, no, very, very cool. Let me see here. I just want to make sure I covered everything. I think I just want to put a
Well, I
reminder.
don't know. Do you want to talk about how Beverly and Sharon and I are all Disney girls?
Absolutely.
Um, we think that that's really fun because Beverly did Old Yeller, and some guy introduced the movie as Old Yellow. I
Whoops.
guess he didn't think it sounded right. And Sharon was a Mouseketeer, and I was the voice of Lucky Puppy in 101 Dalmatians.
Yep, that's the Disney
So
connection.
we're very proud of that and happy to know that, and we have done some shows, that show that we're the three musketeers and not mouseketeers, and that we are Disney girls. And Disney, I don't know if everybody knows it, but I'll tell a secret. Disney was the cheapest studio of all the studios. They didn't pay very well.
Oh wow.
And at the time I was interviewing for the movie, um, my mom said, "I don't want you to do it if you get the part." And I said, "I don't care. I want the part." Because every kid wanted a Disney animated movie. That was,
Yeah.
so exciting. And if I hadn't done that part, half of the photos are drawings of Lucky that I sell at the autograph shows. Everybody loves Lucky Puppy.
Yeah.
So, pooey on her and ha ha. I did it anyway and had a great time.
And you know what? At the end of the day, that's what's the most important, that you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the memories that go along with that.
Yeah.
Shari's asking, did you ever meet Walt Disney?
I did not. At the time, I don't know if you know it, but 101 Dalmatians saved Disney from bankruptcy. Was it Cinderella or was it Sleeping Beauty? I think it was Sleeping Beauty that it was so expensive to
Mm.
make because Walt was a perfectionist. He wanted all of the drawings done a certain way, the old fashioned way, which was very expensive
Oh, I'm
and took
sure.
a long time. And they were like very worried about what was going to happen. And Xerox came to Roy. He was the business side of the Disneys, and said, "We have a way that you can do animation cheaper." And Roy said, "Show me." And it was a Xerox copier. And so Roy went to Walt, and Walt said, "Okay," because they knew they had to get something out that was cheaper that would get people to the movies.
Right.
And they did it, and it was uh, in the top 10 earners for decades.
Wow.
It did so well, it pulled it right out and made everything good again. But he was very worried during that time. And I just don't think he, thought much of what we were doing. And
Mm,
because with him, he was the artist and the actors were a whole other thing. And I
sure.
think he was just worried. Anyway, that's what I think. It could be not true, but whatever.
Yeah.
But he was definitely a visionary, and
Yeah.
made beautiful movies, beautiful movies. And
Oh,
I'm real proud that I'm in that movie.
yeah. And it
I
just
may be a
celebrated
fat
it.
puppy.
Oh, wow. And it just celebrated its 65th anniversary in January
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
release,
yeah.
which is
Yeah, this
wonderful.
is our 65th year. Yeah. So they're coming out with all sorts of stuff like Funkos and things like that. If you want any Funkos, I got a 10 of them with the puppies.
You can hook me up and hook us up. That's
Patrick,
awesome.
I've got a Funko for you.
Aw, thanks for sharing that though. That story. That's pretty. I mean, yeah. See, and it's amazing though how again something if that had not occurred, what would have been the direction that the studio would have gone in. It's crazy when you think
Yeah.
of everything after that time. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Isn't it amazing how you go down a road and then you take a side road
yeah
and then you end up in a place you never thought you'd end up?
yeah
I never
exactly.
thought I'd end up in Los Gatos in the Redwoods with a goat farm. And that's where I ended up.
And you said you did that for 25 years.
Yeah,
Wow, wow,
it
that's
was
amazing.
fun.
That's
I had
incredible.
pygmy goats. Yeah,
Really? Wow.
yeah, they're cute. I sold them to other crazy ladies like me.
Now, wouldn't in regards to your mom, did now and I had read and I'm sorry too that your dad had passed it when you were very young, from my understanding, right?
Yeah, he had an enlarged heart. He was born with it. And in those days, I mean, people didn't even go to the doctor. He was
Mm,
born in 1907. And they didn't even realize that there was something really wrong with him. And he was playing football, and he passed out on the football field. And the doctor said, "We can't do anything for you, and you could be walking down the street and just drop dead." And my dad was a very determined guy. And he thought, "Well, I'm just going to live my life the way I want to live it. And that's what I'm going to do." And he did. He couldn't go to World War II. So he became a machinist for Lockheed. He had a full time job. He kept a job. He built our house.
wow.
From what I understand, he died when I was 18 months. From what I understand, he was a great guy.
Mm,
And my mom mourned his death for the rest of her life. She missed him very much.
yeah, I'm so sorry in regards to
Yeah,
that.
but he lived to be 42, which he never thought he'd make it that far.
Right.
So good for him. And he did
Yeah,
all the things he wanted to do.
yeah. which is important. Um,
Yeah.
Gary just commented. He said, "I just saw Rod Taylor was the voice of Pongo in Dalmatians."
Yeah. But we never worked with the adults. We were always separate.
Yeah.
And so I didn't meet um uh David, who was Sergeant Tibbs, until 4 years ago.
Oh wow.
And it makes me sad
Yeah.
because I absolutely adore David and I wish I had known him for a longer time.
Yeah. Yeah. He's incredible. He's such a wonderful human being, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy to say that he's become a friend of the show, and I'm so happy we were able to have been celebrating his the last few birthdays on the show with him too. It's just it's been really it's been an honor, and I actually had the opportunity to meet him up in Ticonderoga, New York. I'm kind of giving a plug, but to the Star Trek Original Series set tour because he was a guest up there, and because he again was in the Star Trek episode "Is There in Truth No Beauty."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just a wonderful, and him, Jonathan has been great. I mean, too, just as far as corresponding,
Jonathan's wonderful.
yeah,
Yeah.
two really, really wonderful individuals, and
These are two great guys, two
they
great
really are.
guys. And you're glad you know them.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So, which is really, really cool. Um, yeah. So, in regards to, I just want to make sure I'm touching upon all the points. Now, how can folks find? They can go to the website. So, I want to share that information, and I'm going to put the
That's
website.
the easiest. Yeah, that's the easiest. Just go to the website. It tells everything about all the people that are going to be at the show. I think it's may still list Lauren. I'm not sure, but Lauren passed on just a couple weeks ago. I'm so sad about that. But and now Donnie has to have some surgery, so they're not going to be there, but everybody else will be.
So they can go to the website, and then that's how they can find out about getting tickets and all the information.
Yes.
Okay, and I
Yeah.
just put it into the chat too, so folks can see that too. So they'll
And
be able.
I'm doing something a little different. The people have VIP get togethers. Mine is different in that we're having entertainment, we're having cocktails, we're having, or, soft drinks, and we're having hors d'oeuvres. And it's not selling, we're not selling anything, we're not doing anything like that. It's that you can all talk to us
Yeah.
and we're there to talk to you. And I think it was a fun idea. I like it. And that you can just have a special time. Yeah.
I
And
think that's
then when you buy the VIP thing, then it gets you into the show the next day.
okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, and I think folks really enjoy that. I know, just speaking from myself, because there's different shows when you go to different events. Sometimes the way things are set up, it's almost like you go and you maybe have 10 seconds or 15, I'm maybe exaggerating, and you might have maybe if you're like
Right.
60 seconds to just say hello. You get an autograph, you sign it, and then pretty much you're on your way, because everybody is just it's busy, and the flow of traffic.
Right.
This is really nice that it's you're not only being able to do that, but you're also having the time to have a conversation for a few minutes, and then also just
Yeah.
exchange pleasantries. And I think that's really, it's really important, and I think the fans will really enjoy that as well too.
I hope so, because we all like the fans a lot. And we have enjoyed meeting all the people that we've met across the United States. And it's just a delight for us. It's something that I just started doing this, the autograph shows uh, about 3 years ago.
Mm.
So I, I just think it's wonderful. I love it. I absolutely adore it. And I love the fans. They're just wonderful.
Yeah, and I think exactly. I think for the different folks that meet different, different. I'm going to use the term celebrities because the people that are going to be there are, and I think that over the years when you watch different television shows or movies, you almost feel like in a way you have gotten to know that character, and then when you meet the person that portrayed that character, it's wonderful to hear not only the stories that they actually had while they were doing those specific roles, but also hearing about how they maybe became involved with the entertainment industry and different roles that they have done. For me personally,
Yeah.
I always find it to be very interesting from that standpoint because I just think it's really cool. I mean, for me, I've always enjoyed the acting, and in fact, that's how Shari and I met. We met through community theater, and being able to have that
Nice.
outlet. So it's I think when you have the opportunity to see folks that you really have enjoyed seeing over the years on television and the movies, it's just a really great way to connect. So I think this is a really special thing that you're doing. It's a wonderful cause too because of the different types of we're talking about the Jackie Coogan law, and then also you were talking about Paul Peterson, everything he's done. So I think that all that reinforced, it's just it's pretty special.
Yeah, I think so too. I do. I'm glad I'm doing it. And I'm glad we can all be together.
Yeah. So that's going to be creeping up, and again, it's the last weekend in March.
Yep.
Let me see here. Okay, and just want to make sure. I think is there anything else would you like to share, Mimi, in regards to the show?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to talk about Monster that challenged the world. I mean, you're a sci-fi thing, and Monster that challenged the world was kind of on a. It's kind of sci-fi.
Did you enjoy doing that?
I loved it. And what was good is the director, sorry, the
Oh,
director told the prop
Lucky's
told
adorable.
the prop man he's a pug. Anyway, told the prop man so I wouldn't be afraid of the monster, which looks like a giant caterpillar. Um, which doesn't seem very scary, and but I wasn't very I was probably 7 or 8, and they told me to just explain everything to me, how everything worked, what it was made out of, what the eyes were made out of, and it was it was interesting. Not only did it not make me afraid of it, but it fascinated me. It was all hydraulic,
Mm.
and but the prop men were on bicycle pumps,
Are you
and they
serious?
they
Wow.
made the yeah. One guy made it go up and down, and the other guy worked the pinchers. And the pinchers, they were like it's supposed to grab you, but they couldn't grab anything. And then it had these little arms going down it, and they couldn't grab anything. So there's a publicity photo where I'm in the arms of the creature, but actually I had to stand there and hold on to the arms and look
Oh,
frightened.
that must have been.
so
I'm trying to envision it
so
as a
it
child.
it never was it never was scary. It was just a delightful. And Audrey Dalton, I had worked with her before. She'd played my mother before. She was just darling and sweet. And Tim Holt, he came out of retirement to do this movie,
Oh
which is
wow.
hilarious. Anyway, he was a nice guy too. So it was a very nice shoot. The only thing that was bad about it was that it was done by the Salton Sea, and the Salton Sea smells. Oh my gosh, it's awful. And it smells like rotten eggs, and it had a black fly problem. Oh my
Oh,
God.
jeez.
So we didn't
Oh,
shoot there a whole lot, but we had to go there, and it was really stinky and unpleasant.
yeah.
And the hilarious thing was that it was like it was the ocean, but it's supposed to be the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea doesn't have waves. And so they made it look like it had waves. And they did the waves in Catalina. And so it was a really funny movie, when you think about it.
I have
And
not
it
seen
had
that movie.
Hans Conried. You haven't seen that movie?
I have to go back and watch
Oh
it.
my,
I have a
you
slide
have
for
to
you.
see it.
I just put up a slide. I was doing it. There's the monster.
Yeah, there it is. And we had Hans Conried, and he was hilarious. It was really, it was really a good movie.
I have to check that
It
out.
was a great movie.
I'm going to definitely check that out this week. I am going to see that. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that was a good one. Well,
Um,
we could talk for another 4 hours. What do you want to talk about next?
well, Dale just commented. He said that makes me think of Martin Landau wrestling around that rubber octopus in Ed Wood in that
Oh
movie.
gosh, I know, just things like that where you're grabbing it, pretending it's trying to kill you, but really you're making it try to kill you.
But that's the fun of it, though, right?
Yeah, that is.
And then you have these wonderful memories. Um, Shari
Yeah,
also Shari also commented before too when you were talking about everyone. She said, "So wonderful to hear you love your fans." So she wanted to share that.
we all do.
Yeah,
We wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the fans. And they're very important to us. And a lot of us like Eddie. You meet somebody at a show, and you're going to be friends forever.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah, and Rachel too. I'm not leaving Rachel out. Sorry, Rachel.
no. Edwin and Rachel are the bomb. They really are. Even though he busts
Yeah.
my chops all the time, but no, he's a good egg.
Oh well, he's British. What can we say?
Aw. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the shout outs real quick. And I'm going to ask the folks out there if you have any questions that you want to ask Mimi to please post them in the chat. And I'm just going to go through the shout outs real quickly. And then I'll circle back with everybody. Oh, and Edwin just said, love you guys. Love you too. All righty. And I'll do this relatively quick then. So let me see here. So I just want to give a shout out to Mike and Mary Beth, our friends at Sci-Fi Distilled. They are on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. and they are going to be talking about the Star Trek episode, the Galileo 7. And this also ties into the Project Galileo Kickstarter that's going on. So just definitely check them out. 7 p.m. Eastern daylight time. I got to remember now because I'm always used to saying Eastern Standard Time. Now we are on daylight savings time, at least here on the East Coast. So
Yeah, we are too. Yeah.
I'm so happy we have that extra hour where it's getting darker now later. But I hate losing the hour also. But it's all
Yeah.
good. I want to give a shout out to my friend Bill Scarrato for Country Gate Players. I was just talking about the community theater. The Playhouse is actually opening for April to do the first show of the season, which is going to be Helen Keller, the Miracle Worker. And that will be April
Oh
18th
boy.
and 19th. Yeah, and the 25th and the 26th. So it's promising to be an excellent show. So you can definitely, if you're in the Belvedere, New Jersey area, check out the website. It's www.countrygate.org. And Bill has his own website where you can check out what he's doing, which is www.billscarrato.com. And just to reference the Galileo was talking about the Kickstarter that's going on to help the project. There's 6 days left to go, and there's 555 backers. $236,500 has been raised for it. So definitely check it out. I will post the link. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And this is the shuttlecraft that was in the original Star Trek series. And what they're doing is they're building a home for it. And there's a lot that's going on with it. It's going to be a permanent area. And then it's also already achieved the Kickstarter goal, which was 100,000. But now there's going to be special screens and everything that's going to be going along with that. And we're going to be doing a show next week to talk more about it. But that's currently where it's at, and it's 6 days to go. So just want to give a shout out for that. And then I've been talking about the Star Trek Original Series Set Tour. 60th anniversary. William Shatner is going to be up there, folks, June 25th to June 28th. A lot of other wonderful guests as well. Check out the website. It's www.startrektour.com. And tickets are on sale. Also want to give a shout out to my friend John Kenneth Muir for Abnormal Fixation. This is a web series. John is in his second season right now. It's amazing. And I cannot say how much I enjoy it. It's fun. It's dramatic. And you definitely have to check it out if you haven't. And the 4th episode was just released this past Wednesday, March 4th, and it was called Bounce Rate. So it's on Facebook as well as YouTube. And again, it's Abnormal Fixation. So please check that out. In fact, I'm going to be having John and also some folks from the show on in the near future as well, too, in the next couple weeks. And also shout out to Captain Phil for Captain Phil's Planet, WUSB 91.FM, Stony Brook, New York. The captain's schedule is Thursdays, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And he's not on the 4th Friday of the month. So definitely check out Captain Phil. And also I do a podcast with my friend Warren Friedrich, and it is Space 1999. This episode, we are in the 2nd season. We just did the episode, The Tabor. That is also on Facebook and YouTube. You can check that out. And we talk about the episodes. And also in regards to Space 1999, Space 1999 convention is coming up in Manchester. It's called Manchester 1999. It's going to be September 11th, 12th, 13th. Scheduled guests Nick Tate, Anton Phillips right now, Suzanne Heimer-Peterson, and also actress Carolyn Seymour. And also for information, you can go to the website, which is www.space199950years.com. And then also a shout out to my son, Ryan. He has his website, which is Run by Ryan, Empower Your Run. He is an online coach provider. There's no charge or fee for subscribing to the website. It is totally free. However, if you want to go to the next level and have him be brought on as a coach, there would be a fee associated with that. His website is www.runbyryan.com. Definitely check it out. Ryan is very passionate about running. He's ran in the New York City Marathon, the Boston Marathon, and he's going to be actually running in London in next month in April. So really, really proud of him for that.
Good for him.
Thanks, Mimi. And then my co-host, my friend, my co-host Ross Amico, he has 3 shows that he does on kwaxuoregon.edu. The 3 shows are first one is Picture Perfect on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The second is Sweetness and Light on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And the third is The Lost Chord on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And Ross also has a Facebook blog that he does, and you can check it out. It's Classic Ross Amico. Ross is he loves classical music. He's been very heavily involved, and he's been in radio for over 30 years. And he's a walking encyclopedia when it comes to classical music, kind of like how I love my sci-fi, Star Trek, and Space 1999, and all the shows from back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s era. That's how Ross is with music. So definitely check him out. And speaking of which, next week, we will be back for Roy's Tie-Dye Sci-Fi Corner. It'll be episode 296, and it's going to be a special episode. So it's going to be kind of broken up into 2 parts. We're going to be discussing the Star Trek episode Metamorphosis at the first half, And then the second half, we're going to be talking about the Project Galileo 7 project. And my special guests will be Mike and Mary Beth from Sci-Fi Distilled, and also Dave Harvey and Brian Mix, who have been instrumental in regards to the project of putting together the Project Galileo 7. So we'll be talking more about that then. And yeah, those are the shout outs, and I appreciate everybody tuning in for that. And
Wow, that's great.
thanks, Mimi. I'm gonna post some of the stuff that was out there. DL said, "Thank you for sharing your memories, Mimi. It was a privilege to hear them. Thanks to Roy for thanks, DL. Appreciate that." And he said, "Bless us both." Thank you. And Gary said,
Thank
"Thanks
you.
very much to Mimi for the great stories." And thanks, Gary. Thank you so much. Shari said, "Thank you for being on the show. It was a pleasure to listen to you and hear your stories, Mimi. And good luck with your show, too."
Thanks.
So is there any other things, anything that we didn't get a chance to cover, Mimi, that you would like to share? I just want to make sure we hit all the points.
Well, I didn't talk about Houseboat. And that was the movie that I was on for the longest period of time. And sorry, Lucky is horning in again. And if anybody hasn't seen it, it is a very sweet movie. And I played Cary Grant's daughter, and there were three of us, two boys and me. And Sophia Loren was in it, and she was just starting to be the new big thing. And she, Paul and I saw her. She was honored by the Academy about a year ago, and Paul and I got to see her and talk to her again after all these years. And she is every bit as sweet and kind and funny as she was when we were kids. She is absolutely one of the loveliest people in the whole world. And so it was a delight seeing her again, and it was a delight working with her when I was a kid. She was really fun, and she married Carlo when she was on the set.
Oh, wow.
And they went away for the weekend. I think they went to Mexico. Okay, I hope it wasn't Tijuana, but anyway. And anyway, she married him on that set, and she just has been a really neat person all these years.
That's wonderful to share. And you know what? I have not seen that. You've
Oh
made
my
me
gosh.
I know. I got my homework cut out for me. So the next time I connect with you, I'm gonna have to talk about all these movies with you, Mimi. And actually, I have a photo.
Houseboat is sweet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think here's the photo I had. And I think that was from
Yeah,
Houseboat.
that's all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sophia and Paul and I are of the cast and crew, we're the only ones still alive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sad. See, she's on. I liked her so much I put her on the cover of my book,
Oh,
Working Kid.
that's a nice
And
picture.
I used to take the photo. We used to carry around a book with all of our photos in it, but not all of them, just a few
Yeah.
big ones. And the minute the casting directors would see this photo with me with my head on her chest, they'd go, "I wish I was you." Oh gosh, it was so funny.
I'm gonna turn red from that.
He's
Edwin said
hilarious.
Edwin said, "Thanks, Mimi. Great seeing you again." And then he's busting my chops. He's saying, and great to hear Roy mispronouncing Cecil B. DeMille's name. I knew I wasn't going to escape Edwin. And Jeff Rubel said, thanks for coming on, Meebe. So
Glad to do it. I love the show. It's so much fun. Roy is delightful.
Aw, thank you so much, Mimi. So are you. Really appreciate it. Aw. I just want to say
I
hi to
appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to sign off with everybody. Don't go away though, Mimi. I just want to talk to you right after. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in, and I hope to see everybody next Friday at 7 p.m. And until then, as I always like to say, live long and prosper from Star Trek.
Me too. I can barely do it, but I can sort of do it.
Ah, you got it.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.